Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Brampton Rugby Center. Zach Benoit alongside Andrew Mullaney. And, well, Andrew, we're here for a juggernaut battle. It's the 2-0 Georgian Grizzlies coming on to face the hometown heroes in the 2-0 Humber Hawks.
Yeah, it should be a great one here today, Zach. Of course, these are the last two champions in Ontario. And when Georgian won 2 years ago, it was a Humber-Georgian matchup, so plenty of history between these two. And one of these teams will come away with this 3-0. The other one will earn their first loss of the season, so no one's going to want to drop this one.
Well, you mentioned that championship that happened 2 years ago. Well, last year it was Humber and Georgian, I believe, in the semifinals. And Humber was able to come away with that one and punch their ticket to that gold medal match. And, well, that kind of knocked the Georgian Grizzlies out of the podium, as last year's finish was gold Humber, silver Conestoga, bronze St. Lawrence. So we'll see here, do the Grizzlies have an answer back, or are the Hawks going to continue their winning ways? They played a really tight game last time out against the Seneca Sting. Partner, that one got real close towards the end. Seneca just missing a kick that could have tied things up and probably sent us to extra time, but Humber held on just long enough, able to get that victory. They're 2-0. They sit third, just under the Georgian Grizzlies.
Yeah, that one last week really jumping off the score sheet, a 43-41 final. Don't often see that much offense in rugby, but when you do see that much, obviously it's a lot of fun to watch. And both these sides certainly have a lot of pedigree here. Humber with 16 players returning from that gold medal squad from last year. Still plenty of talent here for Humber. And for Georgian, some all-star talent of their own, including the player of the year last year, Kirk Riley, and defensive player of the year, Ian Crawford. We'll see if those guys are a factor here this afternoon.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be watching out for those two, obviously, to make an impact here today. But nonetheless, here we go. We're underway here in Brampton, Ontario. It's another glorious day. And quickly a tackle right down onto the players here for Georgian. Hold the possession, but Humber, the defense, just swallowing up the attack.
Yeah, Humber certainly likes to force the issue here, pressing up Georgian early, which we saw from them a lot last season. And it's going to be tough for Georgian to get out here. They're going to try and force their way down the middle, though. Good run.
Yeah, good run. You see two Humber Hawks players draped all over him. And looked like that was number 1 for the side of the Grizzlies, William Whalen. Or excuse me, William Whaley. Looks like Humber, they've taken possession here, and oh, look at this. They're just trying to rip it out of the arms. But the Hawks will settle down, and they can try to get something going here. They're going to try to send it right up the middle, but the defense there shutting them down.
Could be a big swing play here.
So again, Humber is just, it's one of those teams where they start out slow, but then they slowly build themselves up as the game goes on. We saw that in the last match. Actually, sorry, the last match against Seneca, they came into the gates real hot. They got a try within the first, I think, 5-10 minutes.
A lot of scoring early and often in that one, of course. 84 total points. Looks like it could be a little slower here this afternoon.
And we got ourselves
just over a minute in.
Scrum here. But it looks like the players kind of collapsed, so we'll get everything reset. Yeah, like you said, you know, the early stages of this one, obviously only a minute and a half into this game. Humber, they've pinned Georgian back a little bit. And again, this Grizzlies team, or I should say this Grizzlies program, has been so good for so many years. They've always been a threat when it comes to men's rugby.
Yeah, certainly always there near the medal table. Last year, a little bit disappointing, finishing with 4th place, the undesirable 4th place, just short of a medal. Looking to rebound here this season with, like we mentioned before, some key players still in the program. Almost a turnover there.
Humber stepping up. The defense looks great there yet again. That's Brian Mann, number 19, who had himself a really good game against the Seneca Sting. And there was a time in that match, actually, where, you know, he got a little bit too amped up, started talking to a player on the other side, and his coach on the other side just started saying, hey, focus on the game. Don't worry about all that. And then he listened, focused on the game, and he ended up having a really solid match for the Hawks.
Yeah, sometimes you just need someone to cool you down. And when you have a coach that can do that, that could be so huge for the team.
Sometimes, you know, you get really hot-headed. You get in the moment and you realize, hey, okay, I don't gotta say all that.
But hey, at the same time, you'd rather have a guy they got dialed back a little bit than someone they got push out to get that intensity, right? So,
Yeah, so
a little bit of give and take there.
The scrum there led to Georgian taking it away and having a run up the side, but the player's going to get taken down.
Yeah, and it looks like early on, Humber's doing a really good job just kind of controlling the wings, not letting Georgian get the ball away too easily to either side. And it's been a big problem here for Georgian, being essentially crammed in their own third of the field.
Yeah, and we saw the play just right in front of us here. They tried to get it up the wing, and then obviously Brian Mann just came down and just shut that play down for the side of the Hawks. Looks like a throw in here on the side. They go deep. Humber take it away, and here we go as the Hawks try to push an attack up the field. Swallowed up there, but Humber will regain. And there is just nothing up that middle lane right now.
Georgian barking out orders.
Now just getting hammered right out of bounds into the bushes. So I believe a throw-in coming our way here. So early on, again, the Hawks have just tried to pin Georgian in their own territory, and it's worked for the most part, but you know, now it's just, can you get past that try line and get into the in-goal area? One-handed grab there, and players are just shoving here. Pushing through, it's gonna be down here. Humber still with the possession, and they'll go quickly. Hawks trying to get something here is Brian Mann again. He'll get knocked down.
Humber just trying to get those few extra yards, so close to the goal line.
So just a lot of pushing and shoving. Hawks will still have possession as they just try to go quickly here. Good cut move inside. Can he get to the line?
Not quite.
Hawks fighting for it. They are close. They're right on the line, but they haven't crossed as of yet. The ref is actually going to talk here to see, did they possibly get down? It got very, very close, but the Hawks, I don't think I've gotten anything in here. The official's going to be speaking with one of the Georgian players.
Humber's gonna have to back up and try again.
Steven Ganano, number 4, he was the one that tried to slip through the seams, and he got close, but wasn't able to cross it. So here we go again. The Hawks extremely close to getting the first score of this game. And they hand it off here right into the middle. Can they push him over the line? He's there. No, it's going to be down just in front.
Oh boy.
This is as close as it can get. Humber trying to squeeze themselves in. And that pass gets a little bit astray. Picked right back up by the Hawks, and I think Georgian is going to get the possession.
Yeah, got to hand it to Georgian here. Their goal line defense, strong as ever. Gave Humber nothing, especially up the middle there, and then kind of forced them to go wide, and one bad pass leads to a turnover.
Tough break for the Hawks as it was looking like they were going to be able to get one across that line. This is going to be kicked out of bounds. Going to have a throw-in on the side.
Well, they're like close.
And that's what allowed Georgia to take over the possession. They'll have the throw-in on the side.
But Georgian still has their work cut out for them here. Still got it out of their own end. They haven't been on the Humber half through the 7.5 minutes here so far. Especially on the road, you want to change that in a hurry.
Yeah, you obviously want to try to get the first score of the match. So we saw this in the home opener. Howie Hawk with the intimidation strategy going up to the Georgian fans.
Holding a noisemaker and a big spoon by the looks of it.
Whatever works, right? So one player still down for the side of the Grizzlies, just getting checked out here. He pops right back up and just quickly gets some water. But you mentioned, we're about 9 minutes in, and Georgian, I mean, they've gotten about a quarter of the way up this field. The closest we saw them get was probably the initial kickoff.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just been Humber in control. This gets kicked downfield, out of bounds, right off the net. And I believe another throw will be primed and ready here.
And since the opening kickoff, it's the first time the ball crossed that half of the field at all. Could be a chance here for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they're going to just be at that midfield line. Georgian trying to work their way through the middle.
Couple good passes there by Georgian. Quickly gaining ground here. And that's going to get an applause from their home support, from the Grizzlies supporters.
Well, we also got to talk about number 11. I believe that's Gospel, and it was. He just absolutely lifted the defender, or the attacker, and just flipped him over. Gospel had himself a huge game back in Seneca.
Also comes into this match as Humber's leading scorer. 3 tries on the year so far.
Interestingly enough, he's actually off to the side. He's over there in the corner. So he may have been subbed off, which is something definitely to monitor. Another throw in just right in front of us here. This is a great angle of it. Shout out to the HSN broadcast team getting you the shots back home. Players getting swallowed up the middle and dropped down. Georgian trying to get something going here. The cut inside, players down, and the Grizzlies are continuing just to slowly make their way up. Up in the air, and Georgian still has it. So actually, Humber might have regained possession here in their own territory. Looks like we're just set up here for a scrum just inside Humber territory, and that's exactly where we'll be. So this could be a good point here for the Hawks to get right back on the offensive side. Again, obviously, Georgia, they've tried to mount a little bit of an attack here. Oh, and just goes down. Unable to. Ganano. Heavy collision between number 22 and number 3. That was Cornell Robel colliding there with the defender. So Humber will slowly make it up the field. Obviously, Georgians pushed them back a little bit here.
Just over 12 minutes into this one, it looks like it's going to be a lot less offense than it was last weekend in that home opener against Seneca.
It feels like it's going to be a lot more just, head-to-head action here. This is kicked out of play.
Two defensive titans going at it.
For sure. So this is a Humber, rugby program that's been trending in the right direction over the last couple of years. Obviously, they fell short to these Grizzlies 2 years ago. Last year, it kind of felt like everything came together. It took a little bit of time, but it all worked out. They won that gold medal, and this year they're off to a red-hot start, 2-0. But really, a victory here against this Georgian team would, cement them as ready to have another solid season.
Yeah, Fabian Rain putting together such a great program here. Won 5 in a row and 7 and 8 seasons back in the day, but to come back now, and now Humber's looking for their 9th rugby championship in Ontario this year.
Yeah, and their rugby program, it's been one of the ones that slowly grows, slowly gets better and better every year, and it just seems like they're in a really good place right now.
And Prince Ndukwe, who was the scoring champion last year, now finds his way on Humber's coaching staff.
And just how about that? Just you get to hear from really a great player in Prince Ndukwe.
Great run here. Perfect pass.
Looks like Georgian are going to get the first score of this game. The try is down. Grizzlies in a shocking turn of events there. Humber was working it up the field. The kick went down, and Georgian found some open field, went down, got that try. So quick 5-0 lead here.
It's going to be a tough kick for the convert here. Just a little bit out wide as the Georgian player was forced to go down a little bit wider than he would have liked to. One more look at it here.
Yeah, it just took 2 defenders to take down one of the players, and then he, number 10, just slipped the stream and he was gone.
Off to the races.
That's Carson Michaels. I was able to get that one.
That's Carson Michaels' first try of the season here. First points of the season as well.
How about that? Comes in a big-time matchup against a team that, knocked them out of possibly going back-to-back. This is Cade Rennie going for the kick, and it's up, and it looks good.
Leading scorer for Georgian does it again, his 4th convert of the season. 16 points on the season as a whole.
Just saw a huge plane take off above us, partner, and it's going from Toronto to Dubai. That big jet there in the distance.
Long flight ahead of them.
Very long flight ahead of them. Us being right by the airport, you get to see a lot of the planes take off, and that one caught my eye. It was a big, I believe a Boeing 737, maybe bigger, I don't know. But let me tell you, that thing was soaring over the field. So this gets put down, and Georgian will have the possession. So that kick went all the way into the try zone. So I believe they'll get it from about midfield, and they will. But again, what looked like it was going to be just kind of a defensive masterclass between these two teams, it's turned into Georgian coming away with some early points.
Now it's just a matter of Humber looking for a response here.
Heavy tackle. The Hawks try to take it away. And player is still down. I mean, that was a massive hit by number 4.
And a big fumbled pass there by Georgian. That could have been a big run if the player there had just been able to handle that cleanly, but just couldn't get the mitts on it.
Yeah, Ganano, I mean, he just hammered the ball carrier. Here's another look at it. You see Ganano just come out of nowhere, picks him up and slams him down. Taken away, I think Humber has it, and no, it might still be the Grizzlies. Looks like another scrum is set up here for just on the side of the Hawks. So here it is, set up right on the Humber Hawks side of the midfield line. And the Grizzlies will take it away and they'll start working up an attack. Trying to punch through it here. Still pushing the pace up. Player gets right back up. Humber. And it gets ripped out of his hands.
Big tackle.
Trying to see who that was. We're number 24, I believe. I mean, comes up with a huge rip of that ball. Gets the Hawks the possession right on back. Oh, might have a kick coming our way, partner. That we do. And that goes over the house, over the tent, over everything, and it's behind us.
Luckily, we're under the safety of this fine tent here.
Yeah, the home opener we weren't, and for a split second, it looked like one of the kicks was going to come our way. So here is the throw-in.
It's like being at a baseball game. Got to always be ready to have a ball come into the stands.
Humber trying to work it up, and they get right past that midfield line. Georgian, they are pushing and shoving, and Humber just breaking through. Humber still going forward, now finally brought down.
Humber pushing and shoving their way through, not taking no for an answer.
Humber will still hold possession. The pass was backwards, so no illegal pass there, and here they go. They're still trying to just push this right up the middle.
Humber's hungry for some points here.
Yeah, the answer back here for the Hawks would be huge.
They need it.
Still pushing up are the Hawks. Not giving up just yet. Finally brought down. Humber just trying to set it up.
About 15 yards out.
Drops right back down. And they just try to go quickly, but get dropped down immediately. Pushing and shoving through. A man on a mission, finally. Taken down.
They're close. Oh, no.
In and out of the hands. Player currently down here for the side of the Hawks.
Oh, and he's in pain.
Looks like Harry Mpongo. Excuse me, Harry Latumba Mpongo, who is down and looks like he's feeling it, like you said, in the neck.
Yeah, second-year prop, one of the returning players from the gold medal team last season.
Yeah, he just took a heavy hit there as he was going in for the attack, and here we go. The Hawks trying to push one through here. They are right there, so ever close. They're still held back, pushing down right at that try line. The Hawks, one final shove forward. Can they get 5 on the board here? Just dropped down once more.
Oh no.
Out of the hands, and it's out, popped down. Humber, they're able to regain possession. And unfortunately, maybe not.
A couple bobbled passes here really costing Humber big time.
They've gotten so close twice. I mean, what has it been, 3 times now, 2 times that they've gone right to the line. They just haven't been able to push over. Big scrum coming up here. Could most likely result in Georgian regaining the possession, but it all depends, how physical are Humber going to get here. Well, got to get reset here one more time. Just about 24 minutes into this one, and well, what a start it's been. It's been electric to watch. 2 really just kind of masterclass programs going at it here. Again, this is a rematch of the gold medal match 2 years ago and the semifinals match last year.
A lot of history. A lot of the line here today. 2 teams 2-0 coming into this one. Neither team wants to be the first one to get their first loss.
Drop down, can they stop him? They send it over to the corner, and Humber will get him down. Humber fans here trying to rally the troops as they look to try to get possession back.
We got Georgian player down, holding his shin. Trainer rushing on the field for some medical attention.
Yeah, he'll get attended to. Water being taken out to both teams, and looks like he's gonna have to get carried off the field here.
Never like to see that.
I think that was the man that scored the first try of the match, and it was Carson Michaels. He scored first, and he's getting carried off here. It looks like a right leg injury.
That's going to be a big blow to Georgian here, especially for the time being.
Well, play will resume here. And heads up here, most likely have another kick coming our way, partner. And that ball gets kept in. And look who's back out there, Gospel. Good pass back.
Oh, official getting in the way there.
Looks like just slips out of the hands of number 3 right there. Nicholas Sabaneg.
And with the clock ticking away in the first half, only about 12 and a half minutes left to go. Humber, it's going to be so important for them to just score one here, just try and tie things up going into halftime.
Yeah, it's going to be a really big moment in this match to come to the dying stages of the first half. It gets popped out. I think Humber retrieved it.
I got it, Nick, I think. Let's take a look.
So they are going to grab it. Humber again. This is what we saw earlier, is them slowly working it up the field. Another chance here. Sabanig. He picks up. He crawls a little bit too. Big shove. Ganano.
And Humber's been good at working the ball through the middle, but once they get to the try line, that's where they've ran into issues.
And Humber are getting close once again. Another possible opportunity here.
Gaining another couple yards at a time. They turn the ball over.
So it's going to be another kick here, and most likely Grizzlies are going to try to just send this one out of bounds. They will. Heads up over your right shoulder there, partner. Don't want you getting hit. Got to look out for your safety.
Appreciate that. That's what we try and do here at HSN, try and watch out for each other, our well-beings.
So the throwing on the side here for the Grizzlies. Trying to go quickly there is Georgian. Player gets dropped down, but they get it back, and they're going to try to push an attack. Again, the Grizzlies, they got a big-time score earlier. Player that's down on the sideline in Carson Michaels, who's still getting looked at by the trainer. He was the one that got the try. This is kicked downfield, picked up by the Hawks. Hammered down. Look at Gospel going forward for it. I think that rolled out the back side of the try zone. Looks like another kick coming up, and obviously again Georgia are going to try to send this one out of bounds. Do just that.
Left in the half. Either team here would be absolutely ecstatic to score here before the end of the half.
So a little scrum coming up here. So scrum in the middle. Humber, they're just trying to get something going here. Again, just about 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. 7-0 score. So the point of this being a defensive first battle, absolutely correct, Mr. Mullany. Two teams that are just going to fight.
There's a run.
Did he get in? I believe he did.
Yes, he did.
That is a big-time score for the Hawks. It looks like that's number 9, Matt Gianfrido.
His second try of the season. third-year player is first with Humber.
Here's another look at it right here. Just look at this, the burst of speed.
It's going to be a little bit tricky here for the convert, a little bit out wide. Imagine it's going to be Joshua Dunbar taking it for Humber.
I can pan right if you want. But
This is a big-time opportunity to possibly even things up. Kicked up. Does it sail through? No, I don't believe so. Just missing. So it didn't curl back left. It kind of kept curling right. So Hawks, they get the try. It's 7-5 now for the Grizzlies.
The good news is that Humber's on the board.
I think that's the biggest thing is the Hawks answer back. They get a try here, and as we get to the end of the half, it's looking good here.
6 minutes left to go in the half. Still plenty of time for either of these teams to score one more try.
This gets booted down.
Oh, gotta have better
through.
communication there. You gotta call the guy off in that case, don't you think, Zach?
Yeah, it's got a little bit more communication there on the kick, and obviously it just leads to Georgian getting great field position here.
Humber with a few unforced errors here early on in this match. A few things they gotta clean up here going into the second half. Defense holding up strong for the Hawks, but just a few of those mental errors on offense have done them in here, at least so far.
And you think about the opportunities they've had, it could have easily been, you know, a 10-7 game here, or maybe even 15. That's without scoring the convert kick. But like minimum, that could have been what the score is. And
oh, 100%. I mean, the difference in the game right now is those two try-line stands that the Georgian defense had. Right now, that's looking huge and is the big reason why they're up in this one.
yeah, Humber, but looking strong here to end the half, and I think that says a lot more going forward in this game, as this is going to get kicked out of bounds, possibly in our direction. Heads up here, Mr. Milani. So that goes sailing out of bounds. Hawks will have the throw-in. Again, this is the 2-0 Humber Hawks taking on the 2-0 Georgian Grizzlies, two of the top rugby programs in Ontario. Taken by the Hawks, and here they go. Have some room to work with. Trying to slip the stream, gets down. They're almost at midfield. And this is the man they need to look for in some offense, and Gospel, who has been so good to start the season.
Georgian doing a good job not giving up much yardage here.
Humber still trying to fight out of their own territory. Getting stood up. And a burst of speed gets them over that midfield line. Still pushing, and Gospel's getting lifted up, and he'll finally be taken down. A lot softer than you thought it would have been. Here come the Hawks. Again, in and out of the hands, dove on by the Hawks.
Another drop ball.
But, yeah, just tough.
becoming a bit of a troublesome pattern here for the Hawks early on.
A little scrum happening here. Taken by the Grizzlies, and here we go. That's in and out of the hands.
Showing a bit of frustration there.
Why is it so hard for them to touch the ball, man?
So a scrum happening right here on the Georgian side. Again, Humber trying to work their way up, possibly take the lead before the half expires.
Still enough time on the clock.
Picked up here by the Hawks, and here they go. Here comes Gospel. Gospel breaks through one. Gospel breaks through two. And he finally gets taken down, but a great run by number 11. Humber trying to go quickly again, get one more try before the end of the half.
This is where Humber's run into trouble a couple times already. Got to break through here.
Again, this defense right on that try line has been so strong.
And each time it's been on this near side of the field as well, strangely enough.
Yeah, every time it seems it's right in front of us here. And they're actually going to call that Humber got the try. So that gives the Hawks the 10-7 lead for now.
And a big boost for Humber, finally able to do it on the goal line, or on the try line rather. 10-7 they lead here with the chance to go up more.
We'll try to see who got that one in for the Hawks. I believe it was number 7. Yeah, and it looks like that's who it was, number 7. So that, on the side of the Hawks. Unfortunately, I don't have his I don't have his jersey number written down on the roster I was given. Oh, excuse me. It's actually going to be Reuben Hill, number 7.
And that's going to be his first try of the season.
So Humber get 2 tries late here, and this is a golden angle for this kick. Look at this, partner. Treated to an absolute gift.
And a workable angle here. Chance to go up 5.
Ooh, this kick looks like it went off the outside of the foot.
Few bad breaks for Humber in that first half at the goal line. Few missed passes, and both converts missed here as well. Still leading 3.
Well, if you're the side of Humber, this is a big moment in this game, because last time you scored the try, they had the kickoff, and there's a little bit of miscommunication amongst the players. Now here, like you mentioned, players gonna have to talk, try to get this one. Humber able to come away with this one this time, and again, we're in the 40th, so any stoppage of play, that will do it for the first half. But obviously Humber, if they have an opportunity to try to get another try, they're going to do it. Breaks through one. Here we go again. It looks like Reuben Hill. What a run by number 7.
Humber trying to force the issue, trying to get one more try here before the end of the half.
Going quickly. Right up the gut are the Hawks, and they're threatening.
They are working it here.
Humber going quick, trying to take it inside. They try to get it to Gospel, but it just flies out of bounds.
A little bit overzealous on that pass. That was a beautiful opportunity there for the Hawks.
But how about Ruben Hill and the run he went on? Broke 2 huge tackles. And I believe with the ball going out, that will do it for the half. So 40 minutes down, it is 10-7 Humber Hawks against the Georgian Grizzlies. Don't go anywhere. We still have second half action coming your way here from the Brampton Rugby Center.
Feels good to be back.
How long do we have for halftime?
Well, hello everybody. The halftime was a short break. We are back with the action here for the second half. Humber lead it 10-7 after 40. And, you know, it looked like a really good half for the side of the Hawks. They played a smart game, and then they ended the half. This could have easily been a 15-7 game. Really, it was just one kind of pass that went out of the way.
Even 20-7. I mean, Humber couldn't convert a few on the try line early on. We saw a couple great stands by the defense from Georgian early on here. Humber ended up scoring twice later, but missed both the converts. This game's still within 3, so still anyone's game here left to go. The last 2 champions for the OCAA rugby.
Yeah. The hit there, it was on to number 1, and, you know, he kind of, we might be getting a rugby ball right kicked over top of us here. But so the kickoff at the midfield, the kick went up. Humber went to go catch it, but, you know, it was a bang-bang play. That's what it kind of looks like. Georgian got on the ball carrier extremely quick, and it looks like he more so got the wind knocked out of him.
Looks like we got another kick coming
heads
our direction.
Heads up here, partner. We got a lot of equipment. Never mind, we're good. Oh, and that broke the tent. And the tent is now broken.
And a little umbrella damage there behind us.
Oh, can they fix it? I don't know. It's still a little bit bent. And that's a third or fourth time the Hawks have been a little bit risky with the throw-in because it just hasn't come out of the hand clean, it looks like. That time, Georgian able to take it away, and they have the possession right back inside of Hawks territory. So Georgian still trying to mount an attack forward. Ball comes loose. Humber picks it right back up, but I think they're going to say Georgia possession. So I think the kick is coming right beside us. We're going to try to get out of bounds. And they will succeed in that. Almost nailing the camera.
He's safe.
Got to be aware, you know, whether you're on the cameras or whether, you know, you're in the stands watching. You always got to be aware of your surroundings when it comes to rugby.
In rugby and in life.
And in life. If you want more life advice with Zach and Andrew, we'll be live every Sunday. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm writing a book as well. No.
I'm into some poetry.
Zach, I didn't know you were quite the artist.
You know, roses are reds, violets are blue. What is it? I can't remember what the poem is now. Well, I think we're going to have a throw in here. Or it's going to be a scrum. Quite possibly a scrum. But they're setting up a scrum without a ball, so I'm very curious to see how this one goes. Finally, they'll get the ball kicked on in here. Big opportunity here in this game for Georgian to try to get some offense back. So a lot of aggression between these two teams. Obviously, you know, a lot of history between these two programs. So things are gonna get a little bit chippy. You kind of hear the players talking to one another. It looked like there might have been a late hit on one of the players, and they didn't take too kindly to it.
Yeah, that playoff loss last year in the semifinals must be still fresh in the mind of these Georgian players, at least a lot of them who are still here. They're creeping up on that Humber try line. Score here would give them the lead.
So the scrum here gets booted back and picked up. Georgian trying to push an attack. What a drop pass. Wow. And the player gets taken down, but that's going to be a try for the side of the Grizzlies. Early in this second half, 5 minutes in, and they have recaptured the lead. It currently sits now 12-10 with the opportunity to go to 14.
The convert's going to be from a very makeable position here. Good chance they go up by 4. Here's one more look at that try. He's going through, pops back up after being tackled. Makes it through for the big 5 points.
This is a big kick here. This could extend the lead out to 4. This is Cade Rennie. And that is straight through the wickets, and 14-10 lead is what we have here.
All of a sudden, Humber not making those converts earlier, looking pretty significant here in the second half.
Very different story of what we have. Again, you know, the Hawks got 2 tries late in that half. But you look at it, they could have had, 2 or 3 earlier. They just got shut down by the Georgian defense, and that's the turning point. It's been the defense for the boys in blue.
Ball hangs up there in the wind.
I think Humber has come away with it, and they have.
A little bit of a soft kick, plus the wind kind of blowing your way. Worked out well here for the Hawks.
Ooh, a big hit on the player behind, and he's going to be feeling that one. Might have been a late hit, not sure. Still kind of shaking up there is 24. I believe that's Dunbar. Taken back by the Georgian Grizzlies, and they're flipping it to the side, slowly making their way up. Rips through like 3 tackles there.
Oh my. It's still going.
Oh man. And here's Gospel.
Daring to
Gospel
run through the middle.
breaks through 2, trying to break through the 3rd, but he finally gets taken down. Taken up and going down the line. Can he get through? Gets through 2. The 3rd one stops him. Throw to the middle.
He's in.
The Hawks answer right on back.
They take the lead.
And that is scored by number 9, but that's not Matt Gianfrido. That's the other number 9, which we don't have on our roster sheets. Again, Humber rocking with 2 number 9s. We don't know why, but they do.
The man of mystery getting it done.
This is a great play. Again, the Hawks go all the way out here. Looks like to Brian Mann, and then he cuts it right back in, diving into the try zone, and a beautiful, beautiful attempt. Hawks have recaptured the lead. It's a 1-point lead, that is, though.
It's going to be a very tough convert here against the wind, basically all the way out wide.
Yeah, this is a tough kick, like you said. Here we go. Kicked up. Can it hold? And oh, just misses.
Wow. That looked like that was going in for a second.
He had a good line, but it curled a little bit to the left, and you can kind of see as it got to the post, just missed that upright.
Yeah, he had the wind basically blowing exactly against him with the angle, so that wasn't doing him any favors there. Because you got to think, you almost don't want to use the wind to kind of help you hook that in, but when it's blowing right at you, it's hard to really do anything about that. Either way, Humber with the lead, up by 1.
And look at this, Georgian come away with it. Oh, gets loose.
A little bit of pushing and shoving here by our sideline. Might see a red card here.
You can see players get separated here. Again, these are two programs that have a storied history. I mean, this is the rematch of the gold medal game from 2 years ago where it was really just a back and forth affair.
Captain's being called. Head official just trying to calm the waters here. Looks like we're gonna have a penalty kick here.
Kick down and out of play. This is it, and Georgian, they come away with it, and they're just gonna forcefully push forward here.
Right through the middle.
They call obstruction. Look at Humber. They're trying to go quickly. And oh, the ref's going to call it off. So I believe there was obstruction called on that run where Georgian had an opportunity. They took it to the house, but gets called back immediately. Humber tried to go quickly. Heads up here, partner. Once again, heads up. That's all I got to say. That goes right into the stands, so Humber will have the throw on the side. So again, we have another throw for the Hawks, but it's been interesting because the throws they've had haven't really been that good. And that one, though, very, very solid. The last one we saw, it kind of looked like a 50-50 ball of who was going to get to it first between Georgian and Humber, and Georgian obviously won that fight.
Yeah, this one here was probably the cleanest one we've seen all day here for the Hawks.
Yeah, there hasn't really been a lot of attempts, but here we go with the Humber Hawks trying to push it forward. scrum coming up here. Humber will try to come away with it. They have the initial possession. Breaks one tackle going forward. How about that? Three.
He's still going.
Draped all over him, and he's still going forward. Finally brought down. Hawks trying to play this up, but gets taken down quickly. Right here in front of the line. This kick goes out of bounds, and well, again, like I said, things get interesting here, partner. We're just happy to be on the mic, being able to call this game. It's a fun one.
It's always a great day when you're watching the Humber Hawks.
It's always interesting, to say the least. You gotta love it though. Collegiate athletics, it's such high energy. Obviously, you know, these are all student athletes, so.
Yeah, pure passion. No one's getting paid here, none of the athletes.
It's just the pure love of the game.
That's it.
That lift taken by Humber so that they finally are able to get one. Kicked, heads up, coming our way out of bounds. So here we go, throw in. Try to take it away with the Hawks, but unable to, and they're going to push forward. So I believe another throw in, and is it going to go the Humber Hawks way this time? And it looks like it will be. Go quickly, and it gets taken away again. It's another one of those attempts where, you know, it's a 50-50 ball in the air, and Humber just kind of give it away to Georgian.
Yeah, just having trouble picking up on those 50-50 balls.
Heavy tackle down right there. Again, Humber hold the lead right now, 15-14 game. Grizzlies have threatened. They had one try taken back, and it was because of obstruction. I believe now we'll just have a kick and it'll probably go out of bounds. We've seen about 9 or 10 of these so far. And there it goes, right out of bounds. So the Georgians have a chance as they continue to move forward here. Marching forward, trying to get another score. Currently down by 1. The Grizzlies, they've been fighting, scratching and clawing their way. They're just going to try to push him in. Throw in and It's taken down. They go quickly. Ball's bounce around. It's loose. Humber look like they're able to come away with it.
They got it.
Can Humber get back into the offensive half? It really seems like Georgia have been controlling this half so far.
Yeah, they really pressed in their own end. Whoa, what's going on there?
So they try to go quickly. Get taken down right on the line, Georgian. They're threatening here to score. Georgian, they get pushed down sideways. Doesn't just at that try line.
Not quite. Under 20 minutes left to go. Halfway through the second half.
I believe a yellow card was just issued. And it was, number 4.
Ball popped loose for a little bit there.
And Humber come away with it.
Huge turnover at the try line.
Scrum here right at the line. Gonna be blown dead. Hawks gonna take it quickly. They go wide, trying to find some open room. Cut back inside and brought down. Taken away by the Grizzlies.
Another unforced error here by the Hawks. These mistakes have just kept adding up here for the Hawks. Only leading by 1. This could have been a much different game had a few other things broken their way. Very much things in their control.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see, as this game continues, how Humber are going to stop and clean up their game, because, as you get towards that 80th minute, that's when things get tighter, and you understand, you can't be making these mental mistakes right now.
No, especially not in rugby. It's such a short season here, 6 games. You're midway through the season, you got to find a way here quick to tighten things up and just sweep all that under the rug, so to speak.
So another scrum set to ensue here, and looks like Georgian are going to have the initial possession. Kicked back, and wow, look at this. Look at that, the scrum. A really good job by Humber, but Georgian still come away with it. Player gets dropped down, gets back up, the ball trying to rip it out. Man, Humber look like they've come away with it. Georgian tried to go quickly there and unable to. So there's going to be a player down right now. So player just getting attended to here.
Minutes left to go.
It's been a good match so far, partner. I mean, it's been fun. There's been a level of chippiness and a lot of just athleticism between these two teams. We've seen a couple of really, really good runs, but Humber, they've been able to hold off so far. It's 15-14.
A physical defensive match, basically what you expect to see when it's a Humber versus Georgian game. This one living up to the billing. It's do or die time now for not only Georgian, but for Humber here as well. You want to put one more on the board here as a little bit of an insurance marker.
Scrum forward, Georgian have it. A lot of pushing. Is Humber going to be able to strip it away, or is Georgian going to force themselves into the try zone? And they are. The Grizzlies have the mistakes caught up to the Humber Hawks here. Grizzlies take the lead here late in this one with just about 14 minutes left to go.
The chance to go up a little bit more here with the convert, although it's out wide. It's gonna be the toughest kick all day here for the Georgian Grizzlies. Could be a godsend here for the Hawks as they need to score one here, and they have not had luck from converts this afternoon. Going 0 for 3 so far.
Yeah, you said this is the toughest kick of the day for the Grizzlies.
Wow, hit the post and out.
Oh man, tough kick, but a really, really good attempt.
That was a lot closer than it had any business being. Humber getting a huge break on that one. A try here will give them a 1-point lead. And boy, do they need it. Trying to keep a perfect record alive. Big tackle.
Georgian still hold on though. Humber trying to push it forward. Georgian, they still hold possession here. Breaks through 2 tackles. Third one finally able to get him down. And there's a run happening here. Gets taken to the ground.
Some more extracurricular activity. Temperature turned up here in Brampton.
Yeah, there's a lot of just a little chippiness happening here in this one. So again, the official is going to call captains over.
Ten minutes left.
Well, here we go. It's do or die time for the Hawks. They want to try to keep this perfect season going. This one, won't be surprised to see it sail.
And there she goes.
What a punch. Saving the grill over there. That one would have landed right on those burgers that are cooking up, smelling so good.
Not the hero we deserve, the hero we need.
Exactly. So this has been the interesting part for the Hawks. And again.
Time and time again, same mistake here from the Hawks.
Trying to go wide here are the Grizzlies, and they get back to the midfield line here. Big collision, shuts them down quickly.
The try here by Georgian basically puts the game away. Humber player trapped underneath, trying to get out.
Push forward, breaks through multiple tackles, going forward. The diving attempt, they get him down, but has Georgian done enough? That's on the ground, loose, picked up by the Grizzlies. Hammered down. Again dropped down, but Georgian, they're still working it forward.
Good low run there, gaining a couple yards on the Hawks. Turnover!
This is a golden opportunity. Humber trying to use the speed. Here we go. Can the Hawks get the try? Gets taken down.
Great run. Opportunity to turn this one around. Try here will give Humber a 1-point lead.
Humber doing everything in their power to try to steal this one away.
Will it be enough?
I think we have multiple players down, though. One for the side of Humber to the right of us, and then the other one for Georgian. Down right after that attack. Oh, two players down for the Hawks. Looks like a couple of... Ooh, this is not what you want to see out of Humber right now. If you're a fan, you got to watch out for number 11, Gospel, who he hasn't been very active in this game so far, but we know the type of player that he is and what he's done to start this season.
Yes, sir.
And you can see him here on the close side of your screen, walking forward. He might be coming in right up. Oh, never mind. We cut away as soon as he gets close. But Gospel, he's been so good to start the year for the Humber Hawks, and really a reason why they're 2-0. And it's definitely somebody that they want to see try to get some points on the board for the Hawks.
Looks like we're getting ready to come back.
So it's going to be a throw in here for Georgian. Deflected away. Georgian able to pick it on up.
Under 5 left to play.
You can see this. Humber pushing forward.
La Holler in there.
So again, Hawks, they're able to score once. They will take the lead 20-19. Georgian looking to hold off Humber's late surge. Things getting interesting here in Brampton, Ontario. Heavy defense here by Humber, but a good job by Georgian to give themselves some field to work with.
Georgian player just hanging on to the ball there, kind of tipped it to himself with one hand.
Yeah, they're surging forward here. Humber trying to shut things down.
Under 3 minutes left to play.
Throw in here goes quickly. Georgian, they have it again. Gets taken down immediately. Big heavy hit just at the midfield. Humber, if they want to try to capitalize here, they need a score sooner rather than later. Tipped away. Gospel has it pop out of his hands. Georgian pick it on up. Humber
back.
Looks like they'll take the possession.
Could be the break that Humber needed.
It could be everything here in this match. I mean, Humber, again, we talked about it in the first half. It could be a much different game with everything that happened. You know, they got stopped at the try line multiple times. And, you know, if they were able just to break through one of those times, this is a different game. They're up by 1 with the possession right now. But right now, trailing, this is a big scrum about to take place here. Through the middle, I think Georgian just took possession back. No, Humber goes quickly.
Humber's
taken down, but the Hawks still remain in control.
Humber knocking on the door.
Pushing forward. Trying to go wide. They do just that. He has a chance, one-on-one with the defender, breaks through! The Hawks get the late try, minutes from the 80th.
And a big applause from the Humber faithful here as they take the lead by 1 point and a chance to go up more. And it's from a doable spot for the convert.
In the 79th minute, Humber come alive, breaks a huge tackle, diving in. And they now lead it 20-19 with a golden opportunity to go up here by 3. 15 seconds away from us entering the 80th minute. And that's it. We've entered the 80th. Humber in a prime position to take this one. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Great timing for the first convert to be made.
Ooh, so now being where we are, all Humber has to do is get this ball out of play, and they will win this game. Just have to hold off Georgian for a couple more minutes. It is very doable, my friend, but Humber have just gotten themselves into a prime position to stay alive here. Here's the kick. Goes deep. Taken here. Drop down. We'll have a throw in right here. Chance here, Humber come away with it. Taking to the ground, the Hawks are going to try to surge forward and just hold the possession here until this time runs down. Can they surge for an attack here? This gets kicked down the field, bounces in, and
oh my.
Dangerous play.
Yeah, that could have gone a heck of a lot worse there at the far end.
Well, defense, it wins you championships, and that's what the Hawks need here. They need
Yes,
some
sir.
strong defense. What a game we've been treated to. I mean, two of the best programs in Ontario when it comes to men's rugby. Really just going head to head here. It's been a fun one. It's been an action-packed one. And we're anxiously waiting to see how this one ends. The throwing on the side. Georgian will try to get it in, and they do just that. It bounced off the hands, bouncing around, taken away by the Humber Hawks.
That's the game.
Pushing forward, the Hawks surging. Humber just continues to go forward here. Georgian desperately trying to get the possession back. They kick it out of play, and that'll do it. The Humber Hawks with a late surge in the 79th minute. We'll see them go 3-0 on the year. And oh man, Mr. Milani, what a game it was.
Yeah, it was not certain for the Hawks, but they stormed back late. Had a few mistakes along the way, but they get it done at home. They improved to 3-0. A big try there to set things up and keep that perfect season alive and hopefully defend that gold medal as the season continues.
Well, the Grizzlies, they fought. It was a heck of a battle back and forth. I mean, at the start of this game, it really looked like Georgia might have been able to run away with it. Humber just kept on shooting themselves in the foot with mistakes after mistakes. And we said, you know, coming down into the stretch time, You got to clean up the game. Humber, they cleaned up the game. They were able to come away with the victory, and they are now 3-0, sitting atop of the OCAA in men's rugby.
And their defense holding up strong today, too, getting it done when they needed to as well.
Well, that'll do it all from us here at Brampton. It's been one heck of a game. We thank you so much for tuning in. From everybody here on the broadcast, Andrew Mullaney and Zach Benoit, we hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.